Hello there and welcome to the grand finale of my Path to Platinum 1 vs 1 ranked series. Now the reason why this is my grand finale is because my aim was to get to Platinum, and something special about this match is it's my final match before becoming Platinum. So, this is it. I'm against Chrissy. He's oh, is it Chrissy or Chris? It's either Chris I or Chrissy. I'll just say Chris, it's easy. Either way, and I'm pretty sure he's a gold. I don't know what gold, but I'll put it on screen. But yeah, we've got these set up. Now, there we go. Here we go, getting out. Yeah, let's, I guess, just join in. Now, I'm going out with the basic bot air opener. He is going to metal. It's a small change. Oh, he's going into power. So he's not building a second factory. It's a small change, but every little change can really make the difference. What is he doing? He's going... Okay, so he's gone one extra. I've seen this done before, not with a second metal, because I think that just puts you too far behind. Like, I've got a whole extra factory before he's even started his... But, I think going... If you want to go, like, quite fabricator heavy, or even you just want to sort of delay that starting power, because every time you go with the basic factory metal, factory power, you're always going to crash power. It just sort of weakens how much you crash it by. But he's only got 2 expanding fabbers and a lot of power, so his power's definitely not crashing. He's got out third fabber. Now he's got out the Icarus with the snipe, but I think I saw it with my scout and pew. Okay, I lost the fighter, but I took out the Icarus. And also, I got out some boombots. Here they are. Now, let's see. I actually cannot remember if I get these off or not. Now, if you notice, he does actually see my scout, but I managed to get the attack command off on one of the boombots before he took out the scout, so the boombot's just going to make its way there. Pretty handy thing to know. You don't actually have to see a unit to attack it. Well, okay, you do, but what I mean is you can see a unit and give the attack order. So even though this boombot has no idea what them fabs are, if I were to somehow give them an attack command on them, and then I lost vision on them, as you saw over here, the boombot will just make its way there. It's risky, but because there could be units in the way, but it worked well in that. Well there, it's got a bomber and a fighter there. I am managing to get up a Gambiter, so that will basically mean that can't do anything, and I have a bomber of my own coming in over here. Now, let's see, there's a spark and a docks, but no anti-air. And there goes microing a little bit. There goes... The docks has gone down, but the fabs are surviving. Ooh, the fighter's trade, sort of, surviving. Oh yeah, I just finished it off with the boombot. Guess let's use it for something. There is an open fab here, but the thing is, you can't really be looking everywhere. Like, I didn't know there was a fab there, I didn't know there was a... Well, maybe I didn't know, I don't know. But usually you can get away with a few fabbers. Yeah, there's docks here, but I didn't expand that way. I have 1 fabber there, and then I've also got these 3. How many fabs do I have in total? 6 and 6. I might get rid of this just for a moment, just because it's better for single. Oh, does it show my stats out of curiosity? Metal support fabricator. I think it does. Okay, I'll think of it up then. I didn't know that. Yeah, yeah. So I guess it still shows my stats even though it's a replay. I think that's right. But either way, as we can see here, he's got a strong economy lead, but although I don't have an economy lead, well, to be honest, I don't really have any lead at the moment other than fabricators. But I think the main thing to note here is that I've actually, to be honest, I'm actually quite slow here. I've got 1 proxy there, a few factories on base, and I've got a few fabs going up and about, a few raiding parties, but he's actually got a lot more economy, and as you can see, he's just started up. He's just, I assume he's going to start a proxy there. Oh no, he's not, okay. But yeah, he started up a proxy there, he started up a proxy there, he's also got a fab this way, going to get some metal. And these fabs are about to run into a little docks party, and that should take out the metal there. We're about to see an air engagement here. Look how many fighters? 8 to 8, but there's some cannon fodder in each. I say cannon fodder, bombers. I sort of unintentionally used my bombers as a shield there. It meant that I won the air trade, but I lost my bombers, so it's sort of a win-lose sort of scenario. Do have another one there, though. Yes, we saw this raiding party managed to take out them mechs. These docks taking out that mechs, as well as the 2 fabbers we saw earlier. Not microing that, though, so they just die. Oh, T2 coming up, that's a big thing. And factories, they're almost even, not quite. Economy, I'm floating there. You never want to float. Probably should have got up storage, but I've got these fabs also just idling. Trashing power, floating metal, that's like the worst. But yeah, I do actually have a larger army now, and I think, yes, only slightly, but I'm still not certain by this, but I think this is like the quality of what you've built. I don't know if it takes factories and buildings into account, but it basically means that you have more quality things, whereas, so usually that just means vehicles and bigger stuff. Let's see, we got this force here. It can very easily just come into here, but I think I just didn't send them in. Now, as we can see here, he is down to 4 fabbers now, because I've been taking down quite a few of his fabbers, and he's not really building more fabricators. Okay, I suppose he is here, but I think these are just coming out. I assume they're going to build the T2 factory. But me, I'm up to 12 fabbers now. And let's have a look. We have fabs going over here, expanding. What else we got? A couple fabs there, a few fabs there, a few fabs there. So yeah, now at this stage, yeah, that force just got owned. I feel like that force could have done some damage, but I just didn't really do anything with it. Although, if we have a little peek, I think I must have gone in because that fab is dead. Yeah, if we look, I think the ant just picked off the fabber, yeah. So it didn't do too much, but picked up the fabbers, so that's, you know, good. Good for me. I think this fabber did a little zigzag and went here and got up a proxy. I have some air fabs going this way, and since he's not really doing much with air, these managed to get up, you know, it's a nice little metal expansion here, and I assume they'll get up the factory too. This metal here is going to get that expansion, and I think the biggest thing though is that he's getting T2 going. However, he's only got one singular fabricator running on it. And I guess, okay, I think he is sending these fabbers out to expand. Ooh, that force is getting bombed. Let's see if they make it to the fabber. Ooh, I think they will. Thought the docks is gonna do it. Yeah, the docks takes out the fabber there. We have some unit vehicles coming in there. And over here, this is looking bad on my side because we have all these units coming in. And not much to defend. This guy managed to survive. I think he was with another fabber or two and they got taken out. Yeah, he was with another fabber and it got taken out, but he survived getting that factory up, and these 3 getting a factory up, but they're very exposed. Also, this is a bit of a problem. I've got all these units just sitting far away from the front lines. That's not good. They could be doing something. Not so many here, but now we can see this is not great because these fabbers are idle, but I was getting out a bunch of fabbers. This is usually what I do when I have a strong enough economy. Floating too much there, but yeah, I will usually just get out a bunch of vehicle fabs and start up a T2 factory bottle vehicle. If I want bot, then I will just get out one bot fabber, otherwise vehicles. Also got an air factory there, and I think, yeah, just a bunch of power to fix my power issues, and then that. I think I really should have built a metal storage looking at the replay, because, yeah, I'm just floating too much. And also over here, they've got a couple of mechs there. That's not great, but here comes a little bombing force. This force here is finally moving. We have an idle factory there. You know, it's always looking back at the replay when you can see all your mistakes. That's not idle anymore. Over here, we got a couple of fabbers. This is going to be a bit of a... Yeah, I think I remember what happened here, actually. So he has radar, because he's got radar here. And he's got some fabs here, so he can see them air fabs building metal. And let's just go to that. As you can see, he sent a couple fighters to take care of my air fabs. So my air fabs go down. 1, 2. Okay, yeah, they got it. No, I do actually have a lot of fabricators over here. 4 bots in a vehicle. And then I've got all these units going out. Oh yes, this I have I have not much anti-air. Just have 2 spinners and 1 spinner up here. Did I say spinners? I meant to say stingers. Now the forces, I feel like he could have kept going here because I had 4 fabricators, but he managed. He just pulled away, maybe playing it safe. And there goes fabbers, and that turret's presumably going to go down too. I think I'm trying to do some fancy bombing, and it's not working the best. Yeah, you can tell I just give up there because I just give the attack command. Now here comes in Chris's air, but he didn't send it all the way in, so I've got 13 to his 11 fighters. And I feel like in an just base, if these two air forces flew towards each other, he would have won just because he had a few bombers and scouts just to tank a few shots to the fighters. It wouldn't have been a clear win, but it just, with that little fancy micro, I came out on top. And also this is another thing. I feel like you really got to keep your air force together. Otherwise, see, if he had all of his air force, he could have survived and beaten my fighters, but he just had like how many? Another 8 fighters separate from the remaining part of his air. Now, I'm pretty sure what happened here is my commander, there was a force coming in here, and I sent my commander to go deal with it. It's always a bit risky to do that, but yeah, I did it, and then bombers finish it off. I sent these fabs to re-expand on that metal I lost earlier. Now he's bombing my metal over there, but I'm sending out all of these units to just sort of counter-attack. I also got up a pelter, but I think the main thing now we'll notice is we both have T2 up. Let's take a look at how many T2 units we got each. Where's this button? So that's 5. A few slammers there, a few slammers there, and how many do I have? 1. So he's got a decent T2 advantage, but if you'll notice, he started his T2 really early into the game, and yet he's only got a 4 slammer lead. And I think that's mainly because he just had very few fabbers actually working on the T2 factory, whereas I just rushed it up quick. Also, he's getting a mend, which is a really interesting choice. I feel like mends, they're more of like a bit later in the game. They can, I'm not saying it's bad, cool. I usually just think it's more mends. The main thing they can do is just set up like micro proxies. They can't build factories, but they can just be annoying. So they can set up teleporters, which they're really good for, and they can get up some turrets and radar and anti-air and such. There's force coming in here, taking out some metal. Might even take out that mend, which is just being built. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely going down. That's metal mends aren't the cheapest thing in the world, so yeah, that's a bit of a loss there. Airfab there, and we also have these forces here all right. And a force coming in around the back. Now over here, oh yeah, that vehicle fab's expanding that way, whereas these 3 are now going onto his side of the map to expand. This is when you know you've got enough aggression and units in his face that you can start expanding on his side of the map. And over here we just have a few vehicle forces just sort of idly sitting there. Now if I recall, where is he? I swear I saw it. It might have been rallied up here, but where is it? Here. Yeah, here he is. Advanced fabber I got out. It's idle at the moment, but it's there. Also got a bunch of slammers just sitting there idle. Oh, there you go. Advanced metal. Yeah, it's got some vehicle fabs to help him out with that advanced metal. Now we have all of these units moving in this way. The vehicle's trying to take out that T2. And since there's quite a few Infernos in there, it's looking like they just may. I'm going to close the pips for now because I think we're coming near the end. We have a bunch of units here, getting up a bunch of proxies. That force which was sitting there for ages is finally getting bombed. That airfab's still going unnoticed. It's always pretty funny when that happens. And there goes the T2. I think at this point it's basically game over. You've got units coming in from here, that metal's going down. Units coming in from this side. Units, well, they're not even coming in, they're just idle, but yeah. And look at all these units. There's still a lot of, like, I haven't gone there. Yeah, there's still a few spots I haven't gone to, but if you notice, he's just GG'd out, which is probably fair considering he was about to die. But yeah, that was the finale to my Path to Platinum series. The story wasn't the most tense, exciting match. I actually kind of wanted to play a Platinum to get into Platinum, but yeah, as you can see, I am now Platinum. So yeah, I've finally made it. And yet, although this is the end of my rank series, I will quickly say I will keep doing rank videos. They just won't be, you know, in the what's it called, the Path to Platinum series, because, well, I finished it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the series, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I shall hopefully see you in the next one. So thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.